Well, hopefully last night the Phillies restored some order in game number 2. Tonight we got a great pitching matchup. It's Nola against Syndergaard. Yeah, even for the youngest of fans, they realize this is a pretty sweet start. It's Weekends with Schmidt presented by Acme Markets. It's the Phils and the Mets, game 3 of this 5-game series. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy along with Mike Schmidt and John Kruk as we get set for Aaron Nola against Noah Syndergaard. We'll talk about Syndergaard during the start in just a little bit, but let's talk about Aaron Nola. I mean, he's been not only one of the best pitchers in baseball, he has been great at home for the Phillies, too.
Great at home and great this year against the New York Mets. And this is what we need again tonight, Tom. You know, split the doubleheader yesterday, first game ugly, but you said it, some remarkable things are going to happen tonight with Aaron Nola because I got a feeling he's going to dominate this Mets lineup. When you watch the first 2 games of this series, the Mets were hunting the fastball early in the count. We know Aaron Nola has this unbelievable breaking ball. Rosario has hit the fastball well in the first 2 games. He's going to see a steady diet of breaking balls and then a fastball to finish him off. But this is how you pitch against the New York Mets. You throw strikes, you change speeds, you throw your breaking ball, and you notice none of these pitches, Tom, are in the center of the plate. Yeah. Aaron Nola hits corners with the best of them, and he's going to have to do that tonight because the Mets have been scoring a ton of runs.
And he'll face up against Noah Syndergaard, which he has done before. He did it earlier this season. He did it once last year as well. The Phillies hope that their offense can be even a little bit better than the Mets' offense against Noah Syndergaard, and it's, of course, led by Rhys Hoskins.
Oh, Rhys is doing it again, Tommy. Nothing like instant offense from Rhys Hoskins. I think the team should concentrate on one thing, getting on base in front of Rhys Hoskins. Here you see some of his 2 home runs from last night's doubleheader. The first one, you can see, you talk about raw power. That's a one-handing a low and away fastball to straightaway center field. And here you go, a changeup out over the plate. I like the way he rolled his hands like that. And it goes all the way off the fair pole. Let's call it the fair pole. And here's some interesting things about Rhys as well. He is leading the National League, tied with Paul Goldschmidt, in go-ahead home runs this year. And, of course, he's second in all of baseball in go-ahead home runs this year. That means when you hit a home run, you're hitting them at the right time. So with Aaron Nola, as Johnny talked about, and Rhys Hoskins, we got a nice twosome tonight to watch.
And hopefully the Phils can walk away with a victory. They're a game and a half out of the National League East as play begins tonight here in South Philadelphia. So will be Syndergaard in his 17th start against Nola, making his 25th start of the year. When we return, we'll get to lineups and first pitch from Citizens Bank Park. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. By Toyota, the national clearance event is going on now. Toyota, let's go places. By Citizens Bank, official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. And by Independence Blue Cross, live fearless. Learn more at ibx.com. series. Game 5 will be up in Williamsport. There's Aaron Nola. He's just trying to clear the clay from his spikes. The fans are still settling in. It's going to be a nice crowd tonight once everybody gets into their seats and gets a chance to watch this game. It is an hour earlier start than what we're normally used to. So Nola will lead the Phillies onto the field and get a chance to face a Mets team that he has 4 wins against during the course of his career. Let's take a look at the Mets lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Rosario leads it off. He's had a good series so far. He has 6 hits for the New York Mets. Then Jeff McNeil and Austin Jackson. Conforto bats cleanup. In his last 26 games, Conforto hitting .320 with 6 home runs and 17 runs batted in. All right, John, we can dig and dig and dig about Aaron Nola. What we do know is that he's 13-3 with an ERA of 2.28. But it's hard to keep on digging. It's all positive right now for Aaron Nola.
Well, and even more positive. You mentioned how muggy and sticky and humid it is out here. He's from Louisiana. He loves this stuff. So, I mean, everything's going in his favor tonight. That's why I said in the beginning, there could be some special stuff happening tonight with Aaron Nola. The weather's in his favor. The Mets lineup, they struggle with breaking balls and off-speed pitches. Who knows? It could be a, maybe historic, Tom.
Let's hope it is. That's who he's facing. They have faced each other before, so this is not anything new for either one of them. Syndergaard has battled some injuries recently. Kept him on the DL for some time this year. There's Gabe Kapler. Well, his team split that doubleheader yesterday and find themselves just a game and a half out in the National League East. That was the positive that came out of yesterday's game. The other positive is that they erased the thought. They erased the thought of that Game 1 blowout by picking up the victory in game number 2.
I was interested in the scuttlebutt around town about Gabe's thoughts with the media last night. Did you guys talk about that in game 2?
We did a little bit, but not as much. I talked to Gabe today for a while about it. He said, the objective was really just to win game 2.
Right.
And that's it.
I believe he was 100% correct. I think it was just, a couple things. They like to escalate things like that here in this wonderful town occasionally. And also, I think he just maybe chose the wrong wording. He might have said, well, you guys go up there and do your best, get your knocks. We'll do our best, but I'm going to manage this game assuming it's going to be a tough road back into this game for us to win it.
Well, it's a new day today as Rosario stands in, hitting .245. He shows bunt, takes a fastball outside. We're underway. Rosario has hit in his last 4 games. He has scored 7 runs in the last 2 games for the Mets, which was yesterday, and had 4 RBIs in that doubleheader. Popped it up foul.
Right about this lineup, John. Only 2 left-handers in the lineup, not counting Syndergaard. There's 2 left-handers in the 2 and 4 holes, so it's a nice matchup for Nola.
Yeah, I think so too. And he got that fastball up on Rosario right there. He couldn't get on top of it, fouled it off, and you got to believe breaking balls are coming.
1 ball and 1 strike to Rosario. And a fastball away, 2-1. That was a 2-seamer. He threw 2 4-seamers prior. Rosario is hitting .362 lifetime against the Phillies with an OPS of over 1,000. He's not hitting anywhere near that against anybody else. It's funny how that just happens. Changeup.
He's not another one of those guys, is he?
I don't know. I was going over, since 2015, I was going over the best hitters against the Phillies. And Rosario's there, Conforto's there, Asdrubal Cabrera's there. So what does that tell you? It's 3 Mets. Now, Cabrera's not playing for the Phillies, but when he was playing for the Mets. Fouled away. It remains 2-2. I was shocked that Cespedes wasn't there for certain categories. Now Aaron Nola, the opposition OPS against him is .551, which makes sense since the opposition slugging percentage against him is he's got the lowest among starters in the National League.
There we go.
Hookage.
There we go.
1 out.
I'd love to see Aaron get through a clean first inning. I know that's been an issue for him in the games we've broadcast anyway.
That's the way we got him out in the second game. Eflin finally went to the breaking ball after he leads off the game with a double. And then after that, it was breaking ball, and see if he can hit it.
He threw, got him to ground out, and he got him to strike out. That'll bring Jeff McNeil up. McNeil, the rookie, 1 for 6 yesterday in the doubleheader.
Hey, you like this guy's bat? It's got that old U1.
Yeah, you know, you guys were talking about that last night. All due respect, I thought you got it wrong when you first called. Didn't you call it a G1?
No, U. No, because Ozzie Guillen used one.
That's the old U1.
Mm-hmm.
That's the old U1 that guys used to use and they choked way up on them. Remember the Nellie Fox?
Yeah, didn't Bowie use one of those?
He may have.
They tried to get Freddie Galvis a couple years ago to use a heavier bat, U1. Bat's kind of designed to get jammed.
Like that?
On your hand.
I wonder who it's named for. You know, a lot of the bats are named for guys, like the initials and the number.
Oh, not back.
Well, didn't you? Well, you.
No, really?
No, M110. I mean, I don't know who.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think anyone won. I don't know if anyone won their name on a bat with 110.
I thought it was Musial, but I didn't know what the number was. That's where I wasn't sure about. Outside, 1 and 2.
K55 was Mantle. S2.
Schmidt?
No. R43. Remember all those?
Yeah.
1-2 pitch to McNeil. And on the inside corner, it came right on back.
A little delayed call on that strike right there.
2 outs.
Too close to take. Look at that thing run back. They'd have got a piece of that square there, John. Yeah, you'd hate that if that was you hitting.
Oh, I'd be probably got thrown out by now. But did you see how his front foot, when his front foot was on the white line, and
yeah.
There's no way he could hit that pitch. Impossible.
Austin Jackson takes strike 1. Jackson had 4 hits yesterday, hitting .379 with the Mets. Overall, .284 between the Mets and the Giants. I don't think he was expecting the curveball there.
I'm guarantee he's happy he didn't hit it. That wouldn't have gone very far. Now Aaron's got to throw some here he can hit, though. Defense is getting a little stagnant.
Farrell wants it up. A little above the zone.
Above?
I don't know. Swing and a miss. He got him. He used the curveball twice to get strikeouts in this inning. That's a 15-pitch inning. It results in 3 strikeouts. First one was Rosario. This is the first curveball that he threw. This one was a little different than what he usually throws. It was down to the zone. Then he got McNeil in the 2-seamer that came back. And finally Jackson, a little more loop. And he picks up 3 strikeouts to start the game. tonight, brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Cesar leads it off at second base, and then Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins, one of two players in MLB history with 40 home runs and 100 walks through their first 162 games. He'll be followed by Asdrubal Cabrera. They'll face Syndergaard, the 25-year-old who is 8-2 this year with a 3.22 earned run average. It's a lot of 97 hits, John. In fact, he's allowed a lot of hits recently, too.
Yeah, I was watching him warm up, and it looks like average velocity, but it didn't look like he was putting a whole lot of effort into the warm-ups.
Well, his first pitch outside, and it's 1-0 to Cesar.
Well, it'll start off at 95, John.
I guess he's loose.
Yeah, really. Cesar has 2 hits against him in his career with 3 walks.
Too many fly balls from Cesar. Game 1 last night, anyway. I know he started off game 2 with a knock to left center, but
how about that? There's a line of right field for a base hit.
I think he should work and work and work to keep that ball out of the air.
I think that's part of the reason why, because he's striking out more, that his batting average is under 260.
And is this one of Syndergaard's flaws? You can run on him?
You can run on him, definitely. And you can run on the catcher, too. Plawecki's only throwing out 10% of the runners trying to steal. And the Phillies last night had 4 stolen bases in game 2. Now, you know, Quinn was a big part of that. Roman Quinn.
And a accidental double steal.
Yeah.
That couldn't have been a planned play.
I don't think it was.
With Rhys hitting as hot as he is.
1 ball and no strikes. Rhys, well, this was a giant home run, wasn't it? Our giant home run replay, down 2-0.
Yeah, I still say that was a changeup that he just got fooled a little bit on and just kind of said, whoa, it's a changeup, and kind of rolled his hands over. And look how far it went.
416 feet was the estimated distance.
So, what about Rhys in the MVP race?
I think his batting average is too low. And I say that, I know people don't look at batting average the way they used to. They don't. I mean, we talk about that all the time with Carlos Santana. And I think that's the only thing, though, Mike. I mean, to me, there are other guys that have loftier numbers across the board. I'm not saying that he won't be in the conversation, but there's just a lot of guys that like Freddie Freeman and, you know, people like that that are hard to overcome. 2-0 pitch coming to Hoskins. 3-0.
Some serious respect right there. Miss, miss, miss. They don't want to throw it down the middle. Receives five pitches in that bat, right?
On average, close to that. Yep. Wow. Taking right there. Time now for our Nissan upgrade. Upgrade to the technology of tomorrow today. National League home run leaders at home. And Rhys is tied with Arenado and Trevor Story in that category. There goes Cesar. Boy, did he get a good jump. I mean, they're not even going to make a throw. So there you go, John.
Well, they didn't have to. He walked him.
Oh, I thought he called that a strike.
It looked like it.
Wow. Okay, my bad.
Cesar might have been able to steal second and third on that one with the jump he had.
Yeah, he had a great jump. Take a look at PitchCast presented by PJ Wheelahans. Oh, yeah, it was low.
Well, I tell you,
lower than I thought.
I would have liked to have seen him get a swing at that 3-0 pitch. As hot as he is, as confident as he is, what's wrong with one right down the middle, 3-0?
Well, 2 on with nobody out.
Did you like swinging 3-0?
Yeah, I did a lot. My 500th home run was a 3-0 pitch. You know, I'd be disciplined to swing at him. Some guys don't like to swing at him.
Cabrera the opposite way, and it's over the head of Reinheimer. Cesar will score. Rhys going to third. That's an RBI double. It's 1-0 Phillies.
Asdrubal As Drubel has a little information on this guy too. He stood out at shortstop and watched him pitch so many times. Kind of knows what his pitch, what his ball does, how his fastball moves, how he likes to start hitters off, and he took advantage of it.
Yeah, I love it too. First pitch, just go at attack him. First pitch, and if you watch the Phillies over the last few weeks, that's something that they need to do a little more of, is early swings, but hitting the ball where it's pitched. If he tries to pull that ball, it's a rollover double play. You stay on it, you hit it to left field, get it RBI, double, now second and third, no outs. I mean, I think this is respect for Aaron Nola too.
Yeah, the infield being in.
First inning.
Not all the way in, but in enough. And there's a looper out to center field for a base hit. Hoskins will score. The whole Cabrera at third. 2-0 Phillies. This is a nice start. John, what you're talking about swinging early, particularly these RBI situations.
Yeah, you can't let a guy like Noah Syndergaard just throw strike one and say, here, we're going to give you strike one, and then I'm going to battle you for the next two.
I agree 150%.
Thank you, Michael. That means a lot to me.
See, Williams pull his hands in there and shoot that ball to center field.
Well, now you got a runner at third, a runner at first, but
nobody out.
Nobody out. And Santana with 67 RBIs this year. Pulls it. Picked by Bautista. He'll go to second for one. So he gets the double play, but another run scores. It's 3-0.
I don't know about that, John. What do you think on a ball like that? A rope hit right at the first baseman. I got to stop that guy from scoring.
I know. I mean, why would they have the infield in with?
Especially when you're already down 2.
Yeah.
You got what you infield in. You know what you do there is, of course, I think as Drubel Cabrera went on contact.
I mean, he has it easy.
Now he can get the guy in a rundown or throw home.
Franco bounces it foul.
I just don't like I like it because we're the Phillies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, guy. I would have come home also. Franco hitting .279, 20 home runs, 61 runs batted in. Well, this is a nice way to start the game.
Yeah, but Bautista's an inexperienced first baseman. He's only played a handful of games there, right?
Yeah, his traditional infield position is third.
Yeah, it was third base, and he probably thought, you're kind of told, first and third, 1 out. If there's 1 out, hard hit ball to you, you're turning 2. Slow hit ball, you're going home. Maybe he thought there was.
Inside, 2-1 to Franco.
Well, what would have happened if he went home and Cabrera would have ended up in a rundown? Cabrera would not have just ran into an out.
I don't think he would have. But then again, you have to stay in it long enough for guys to advance.
I mean, you look at the board. Our scoreboard out there, it has 2 outs. There's only 1. So maybe Bautista looked up there and saw 1 out and thought, I can turn 2 here. Right? I mean, the board's wrong, unless I missed a hitter.
Well, there's 2 outs now because of the double
play. Yeah,
play.
Because of the force. But when Santana hit the ball, there was only 1.
No.
Chopper left side. Syndergaard can't get it. Franco is safe at first, an infield hit.
No outs when Santana was hit.
It was no outs. The board said 1.
Well, it says 2 now.
No, I know, but
it was a double play.
The double play made it 2 out, put 2 outs on.
I'm confused more than ever now. I think I was out.
You're not supposed to be. I'm the old guy.
I think I was out in the sun too long. You don't get many of these, Michael. Infield singles. Thor couldn't get to it. Frazier tried his best. Maikel Franco with the infield knock.
And now Roman Quinn is coming up.
In case people didn't know, there's 2 outs.
2 outs. 2 down, everybody.
Because I wrote down fielder's choice for Santana. Boy,
Hey, we got 2 outs out there.
2 outs. There we go. Either way, he should have went home. Okay, good. Here we go. So Santana hit into a double play.
Yeah, I thought he should have got home only because it was already 2-0 too. I know, and it made it 3-0.
What?
There goes Franco. Pitches low. Throw to second base is not in time.
Not a bad play.
Not
because Quinn's a great leadoff man for the next inning if he gets thrown out, or if he's safe.
I'm assuming
position.
I'm assuming that's his first of the year.
First of the year.
Look at him come out of that. Look at that first couple steps. Ran right out from underneath his helmet.
So now, if you're Cesar, third of his career, he's inching his way to Ricky Henderson. But you know Quinn's going to run if he gets on. But shouldn't that tell Cesar and Reese and
everybody else,
like, if I can do it, you can. Remember that game in Washington? They stole like what, 6 bases off of him, and he was getting frustrated. Michael, 2 outs.
2 down.
Here we go. So now I got to change.
But you still would have gone home, though, right?
Yes.
On that? Okay.
Yes.
By the way, that's why they run, isn't it? With no outs and man on to stay
out of the
to force you to stay out of the double play.
Yeah. Mets have allowed 101 stolen bases. The Phillies have allowed 82. I was surprised to see the Phillies were that far above the average.
Roman Quinn 2 knocks last night as a pitcher would.
Bouncer back toward the middle. And the inning is over. 6-3 on the putout. 3 runs do score for the Phils on 4 base hits. We'll head to the second. Phillies have the early lead, 3-0.
3 outs.
Nickname T-shirt as the giveaway. It'll be for fans 14 and under. Game time is at 4:05, so go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets.
Big time first ball hitter here, Conforto. He must have swung at the first pitch 4 or 5 times last night.
Takes low, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. He has been red hot. Yesterday was 6 for 12 in the doubleheader. In August, he's hitting .303. Little tapper, and it's 1-1.
He took advantage of our position players pitching a couple times last night.
Did I hear that right? That Kingree's the only player to pitch in the first game of a doubleheader and homer in the second game?
I did read that, yes.
I thought I read that or heard that or something. Of course,
well, I think Rocky Calavito might be in there. Maybe the first National Leaguer?
I don't know. Of course, I thought there's no outs last inning.
Ground ball right side. Cesar in shallow right field. Not in time. He got him. Conforto's saying that he is safe at first. I didn't know if the throw had enough on it.
Just in time.
All right, so they got him. That's a good play.
Wow.
But, you know, you could complain about umpires all you want.
Wow.
How in the heck can they make that call?
Close
Jerry
that
Davis
was.
down there, though, isn't
It was, yeah.
Jerry? He's called enough of them.
Jerry's the crew chief.
Nice man.
Jerry Davis umpired when I played.
I think Jerry was the one who threw Mitch Williams out of a game, and Mitch was arguing with him, and Mitch told him to, you know, kiss somewhere, and Jerry said, pick a spot because you're all, you know what? I started laughing so hard.
0-2.
I was standing on the mound. I couldn't stop laughing. And Mitch just kept getting madder and madder because I was laughing. I couldn't help it. Thought it was funny.
Rough place to be in right here. 0-2 to Nola. Taking the first two pitches.
Another curve. This time Frazier holds up, and it's 1-2. See Nola's numbers at home. His last 22 starts, his home numbers have been unbelievable. Phillies are 17-7 overall with Aaron on the mound. Off the hands, looped out behind second. Cesar makes the catch. 2 outs. Breaking news, the most accurate weather forecast for your neighborhood and major news of the day in 2 languages. Every weeknight, count on NBC 10 News and Telemundo 62 News at 11. See what everyone's talking about tonight at 11.
Tell you what, Aaron's got to pick it up a little bit. He'd make his defense work too hard this inning.
Ground ball back toward the middle. Cesar bobbles it for a moment, then kicks it. And Bautista will be safe. It'll be an E4. That's the 9th error for Cesar. And it's the 94th error for the Phils. They have 1 less than the St. Louis Cardinals, who lead the National League in errors.
Oh, that's just your basic error right there. Hit the heel of the glove.
He didn't even realize that he bobbled it until right there.
Well, just acknowledging the Phillies dugout that he just hit a ground ball.
Loecky 4 for 5 yesterday. Takes a curveball outside. You know, the Phillies defense, Gabe even talked about it more today. He said, you know, it's not for a lack of trying. He said, we are working on it. He said, we're working on it every day. He said, but, you know, we're trying to find solutions to tighten up the defense. And they are. They work on it every day.
Well, here's a solution. Just catch the ball.
Well, that would be the solution.
That's pretty easy, isn't it?
They're actually changing some things they're doing with the outfielders. You know, the power shagging that guys do during BP, where they run hard after every ball and stuff like that. Usually every guy takes 1 round of BP. What they're going to do moving forward is they're going to have the outfielders that are starting that night, at least 2 of them, if not 3 of them, do that drill together, so they can communicate better in the outfield. They can go over their communication. Just trying to try something a little different. Now that obviously was an error to the infield.
That was an error of concentration.
Think so?
Absolutely. And everybody made some.
Yeah, but it wasn't a bad hop.
You know, we all miss a ball every now and then.
Fly ball right field. Williams has it lined up, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits. There was 1 Phillies error and 1 man left. Middle of the second, Phillies 3, Mets nothing. In the MLB Little League Classic presented by Geico at historic Bowman Field in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Catch all the action Sunday at 7. That's Eastern Time on ESPN. Phils will head to Williamsport on Sunday morning. Take on these Mets.
I understand that some of the players are going to meet and greet with some of the Little Leaguers.
Which is, I think, a great thing. I mean, I'm sure the Little Leaguers are excited about it. There's a whole bunch of activities that are planned for the day for the players and the coaching staff and for both teams. Syndergaard allowed 3 runs in the first inning of a game for only the 5th time in his career tonight, when he allowed 3 runs on 4 hits.
Well, let's add on. That's some talent there.
Sure is. I'd have a problem with my neck if I did that, though. If you did it long term.
I ain't got to worry about that. I mean, popcorn's not that heavy, though.
No, you're right.
Although the caramel corn we got today.
Yeah, we did get some caramel corn today. As Jorge swings through it. Jorge was 2 for 4 yesterday with a home run, 7 for 19 against the Mets. They went fishing after 1 out of the strike zone, and it's 0-2. I wonder where he picked up this little stroll that he has.
He wasn't doing it earlier in the year, was he?
He was not, no. But that time it almost looked like he forgot to do it and then decided to do it. And he lays off.
J.D. Martinez.
Yes.
You watched him 4 games this year?
Yeah.
Amazing.
He is amazing.
Did you see the way he prepares for each pitch? Did you happen to notice that? How there's not a lot of fiddling around. There's not a lot of.
He doesn't have many moving parts at all in the stands or anything.
He just stands there kind of with his head down like he's actually picturing the next pitch, and just looks like a fantastic concentrator at home plate. I think that's back to that fielding lack of concentration. I think that as the season goes on, you tend to lose concentration rather than, when you really concentration's really high, you kind of think it through before it happens. You know what I mean? You're seeing the ground ball hit to you, and you're seeing yourself stay down. You're seeing yourself watch it in the glove. And the season's just so long. There's times when the players lose concentration. It's just a normal human thing to have happen.
Yeah.
Some guys do it a lot more than others, obviously. But Larry Bowe had never lost concentration. Larry Bowe.
Ever?
Yeah. Your old buddy, my old buddy.
Yeah.
I'm over there at third base, humming a ground ball every now and then. Boom, error.
Would he get on you?
Oh, no. But I mean, I would. If I could have played defense like I concentrated hitting, it'd been better. The AstroTurf helped too. I mean, the ball seemed to find your glove on that AstroTurf.
2 balls, 1 strike to Nola. 2-2 as he fouls it back.
Pretty good hack right there. So Nola hitting 8th. Oh, he's hitting 9th today. I'm sorry. We had that discussion about the pitcher hitting 8th.
We might need to take an inning off.
Yeah. Our concentration is very bad.
Eflin was batting 8th yesterday.
Help us, Tom.
Our concentration's so bad today, we're having trouble.
I'm waiting on you to do the third one here. We'll catch you in something here.
We're having trouble with the English language.
Anyway, my question to you earlier was Hoskins hitting 2nd, Ramos hits 2nd, and then you told me Trout hits 2nd.
Yep.
And then you explained to me why 2nd has become the best hitter spot in the batting order.
In some ways, yeah. 2nd has become, in some ways, not with everybody, but with some teams, the way the number 3 spot was. And
so your description was interesting.
Yeah, the thought is, this is just from talking to different people, including Gabe, although I can't tell you that this is exactly what Gabe told us, but others have. Somebody like Rhys Hoskins takes a lot of pitches, so the number 2 hitter could climb aboard with basically what the number 1 hitter has done, take a lot of pitches, run some deep first inning counts, but also still have the ability to give you a quick, if nobody's on, 1-0 lead, or if somebody's on, a 2-0 lead in that first inning.
Hoskins' case, like you say, he walks a lot, so the odds are pretty good you're going to get to your cleanup hitter in the first inning.
Correct. And then if you have the pitcher batting 8th, then the next time around, he's basically the 3 hitter.
That's exactly right. Thanks for explaining that to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just from watching people do it. And Trout, when Trout first did it, there was a lot of questions surrounding Mike Scioscia about that, about why he was batting 2nd, and he went over the reasons why he was batting 2nd, and that was part of it.
The new game, John. The new game.
I talked to Mike about that a couple years ago, and he said, the numbers pan out that the 2nd hitter will get 45 more at bats a year than the 3rd hitter, and X amount more than the 5th, 4th hitter,
and that's part of it too. No balls and 2 strikes to Cesar. Broken back grounder right side. It's a foot race, and Cesar is able to cross the bag as the ball rolls out of the glove of Bautista. Oh, that would have been a tough play. That's an infield hit for Cesar.
I'm going to throw the old 0-2 fastball in on Cesar's hands. Sort of like putting the ball on the bat when you pitch him inside. course, that's hindsight. He did happen to hit a little broken background ball.
Well, now Hoskins walked his last time up. Get a few throws over to first just to keep an eye on Cesar.
Cesar looked like he was a little jittery out there on that throw over. Looked like he made a false move to second base.
I mean, running with Rhys hitting would be crazy.
He lines it foul down the right field line. So it's no balls and 1 strike to Hoskins. Murph, we talked about it in the open. This guy has a propensity to give the Phils the lead with a home run.
Yeah, Mike, you talked about it. 14 go-ahead home runs so far this season. Second best in baseball, tied for first in the National League. And it got us thinking about when was the last time a Philly had that many. And you only have to go back to 2011. It was Ryan Howard who had 14 that entire season in 2011. And in fact, if you go back to 1986, it's only happened 5 times with the Phillies. 4 of those are Ryan Howard, and 1 of them this year, Rhys Hoskins. So there you have it. It doesn't happen all that often, but Ryan Howard, Rhys Hoskins, pretty good company. Those 2 guys getting it done and getting some clutch home runs throughout the season.
Yeah, a lot of 2-strike home runs too. I mean, really, that's clutch as well. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike to Hoskins. Rhys has 2 home runs against the Mets this year, hitting .297 against them.
Cesar is in no mood to run over there. When you look at him, he's just kind of.
Yeah, normally when they call timeout and the pitcher steps off, you go back to first base and go through your steps and your whatever. He hadn't moved yet.
Which is correct. I mean, you should not run with Rhys hitting.
There he goes. Pitches inside, throw to second base high. 16 stolen bases for Cesar this year.
See, that shows you what old-time thinking is. He's in scoring position at first base, basically. Now, I know they probably know the numbers on the stopwatch and how easy it is to run, but doesn't this pretty much take the bat out of Rhys's hand? I mean, he's throwing a fastball right down the middle now. You're crazy. Watch him do it.
Pulls it to third. A 1-hopper for Frazier.
Anyway.
5-3 on the putout, no runs. 1 hit and 1 man left. We'll head to the third. It's the Phillies 3, the Mets nothing. Go to the fans section for all the information. And please submit your answer on the subject line. All right, guys, the question is, who has the longest hitting streak in Mets history? The longest hitting streak in Mets history. The answer will be revealed in just a little bit. I will tell you that it's a known family name. That's the answer. Known baseball family name. Just throwing it out there for you. That's my first hint. Syndergaard leads it off here at the top of the third.
A known baseball family.
Yes.
Boone.
I don't know if anybody was on the Mets with Boone.
Okay, it's a shot at.
Two balls and no strikes to Syndergaard. Syndergaard hitting 161. Two and one. I think Mike has the right answer, just so you know, Johnny. I saw him write it down.
Do we know which one, though?
Well, it's a family, but you have to get the right one. I think there's only one of them that played for New York, for the Mets. Outside, 3-1.
Tom, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm having trouble counting to 3 today.
Reinheimer is on deck.
That's your new favorite player, right?
I love him.
He's not even from West Virginia.
Oh, he got it back. Off the hand, and he got it back. Now did it roll down?
I think that foul ball went off the gentleman's hand and dropped into the lap of the young lady in front of him.
You don't see that many up there.
Not for a pitcher.
He's Thor.
There he is. Got a strike 3 called on the inside part of the plate. 4 strikeouts for Nola. And that's 1 out. That brings us to our Lowe's whole team together. Heard somebody today say that the Phillies pitching staff has been pretty good this year. And I kept thinking, pretty good? So if you look at WAR, the Phillies' WAR is at 5.6, which is 3rd in all of baseball. Nola is 4th in WAR in the National League. DeGrom leads at 5.6. It estimates a player's value or a team's value relative to other average players or teams. There's some more pieces to the formula.
I hope so.
Why do they want to make it so?
Can you explain that to us, Tom?
I cannot. I really can't, John. I can lead you to places.
No, you can't.
What about the normal man out here? Just the old normal baseball fan.
I think that's a good question. I think normal numbers, the Phillies have the 5th best ERA in baseball. As Nola picks up his 5th strikeout. And that'll bring Rosario up.
Yeah, he put that nasty slurve grip on that thing, and there it is. Folks at home don't know, but standing on the side of that thing, it looks like it's breaking 5 feet when it's on the way to home plate. Starts behind your back like that. Yep.
That's the swing you needed for that one. We got to show that swing after the pitch by Rosario. Talk about short and compact.
Fastball popped over to first, caught by Santana. There's been a lot of that tonight. When there has been contact made, a 1-2-3 third. Bottom of the third, the Phillies lead it 3-0. ShopChooseNissan.com.
I love the way you delay it a little bit.
Well, we only had one that time, so I wanted to build the drama for it. Keep John interested.
You got to keep me engaged tonight.
Yeah. There's Ruben Amaro throwing some baseballs into the crowd.
Does he give Murph any rap down there during the game?
If Murph slid over to that side, I bet you he would. If Murph went to the third base dugout?
No, when he's coaching
first? I don't know if he does. Murph, does Ruben ever say anything to you? Oh, Murph is off mic. He's in transit. Ground ball, sliding grab by McNeil. Nice play to throw out Asdrubal Cabrera. Yeah, that'll bring Nick Williams up.
Asdrubal's seen 2 pitches. Here's the replay. Nice play by McNeil. Hard hit ground ball up the middle. He rolled over a little bit on it. A nice play. Bautista, has he played first base?
He has,
yeah,
but just not as much as right field, left field, or third base.
He looked good on that double play. Whether he should have gone home or not, it's another story. But
I will say, score aside, like if he didn't recognize the score or anything like that, it was the right play. 1 ball and 1 strike. But the fact that they were in, down 2-0 already. One ball, 1 strike. Change up, 1-2.
boy, Nick Williams has hit everywhere in that batting order this year, hasn't he?
He has.
3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Probably 2nd somewhere. One thing he has done is hit himself into a regular job.
Yeah, good numbers. 267 on base percentage, not bad. 334. Definitely has run some counts. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. 3rd strikeout for Syndergaard. Yeah, there are 2 outs here in the 3rd.
Threw a lot of pitches running away from Nick, and once he got the 2 strikes, he said, well, let me run something in on him. Nice breaking ball there by Thor.
Starting to rev up a little bit. That one was timed at 98 miles per hour.
I think the one he struck Noel out on was 99, wasn't it? I think he threw a couple 99 to both Alfaro and Aaron.
The highest he's gone tonight is 99. Down low. 2-1 to Santana. Esprit Alley is crowded tonight. Said they're expecting nearly 40,000 tonight.
You imagine a better night to be at the ballpark. You got weather, you got great baseball game, you got Old Dominion.
Heard them do their sound check earlier today.
Did you?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Nice. Little hotel key.
They didn't do that one. They did their popular song before Hotel Key.
Nowhere Fast.
They did Nowhere Fast. That was it. Yep. 3-1 pitch to Santana. Outside, ball 4. Well, the Phillies will take on the Washington Nationals here at Citizens Bank Park beginning Monday, August 27th. And that series culminates on Wednesday, the 29th. All 3 games are at 7:05. You can get tickets by going to Phillies.com. You're on TV, yes, honey. Have to stop at a PJ Wheelahan's. She got some wings. Maybe some tater tots.
Next time you go to Ace Club,
yeah,
go in and get their tater tots.
Really?
Oh my gosh. That's why I'm so sluggish today.
John played golf at the Ace Club today with some clients, and he remembers the tater tots.
Well, I guess the next question is, how'd you play, John?
Better yesterday than today. Let's put it that way.
It was hot out there today.
Oh my gosh. It was brutal.
That's one beautiful golf course. Huh?
Yes, it is.
Now that they have tater tots, it's even better.
Tater tots and deviled eggs. Oh, it was heaven. Slice of heaven.
It was one strange combination.
Tom, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a strange man.
One ball and one strike.
Some say strange, some say eclectic.
Good word.
I don't know where I pulled that one out of.
Mike Kell broke his bat, so he'll get a.
But they're not the little. They're not the little. They're like.
They're a meteor.
They're about this. They're about this circumference, or maybe that's not the right word, of a like a quarter or silver dollar or a 50-cent piece.
Tater tot.
Oh my gosh, fluffy like marshmallows.
Fluffy like marshmallows.
They are delicious. I got to go back at the end of the month. I'm going to take pictures of the tater tots.
I'll go back with you.
We'll stop on the way and get one of them.
Stop at Tony Luke's.
Get a cheesesteak and eat on the way up, and then we get there, we'll.
Santana may have had that base stolen.
Good idea.
Talked about it yesterday a little bit. You know, the Phillies are up 3-0 here. I like the motion. I like the action.
I do too. I mean, this is like a National League game, right? Guys get on, they steal.
Well, it looks like they have Syndergaard timed up pretty good.
Absolutely.
And just, plus, or they have something in his motion that is pretty much automatic stolen base.
It's like the Cardinals of the 80s, Michael. Vince and Ozzie and all those burners, Willie, McGee.
Right, we've got Franco,
Santana. Let's get a foot race right now. Relay race, the 3 of them against the 3 of ours. Cardinals will kick their rear end.
One ball, 2 strikes. A high bouncer foul.
We might need that. What's that guy's name in Atlanta? The Freeze?
The Freeze, yeah.
We might need him. Be the anchor. Best tater tots I've ever had, Tom.
Really?
Absolutely. No question. Not even a close second. Come on, Michael. Let's go. 2 outs.
Back toward the middle, under the feet of Syndergaard. And Santana is forced out at second base. Fielder's choice for Maikel Franco. You want tater tots, John? Get you some tater tots. We'll head to the 4th. Phillies up 3-0. the long-lasting power of Duracell batteries. Deliver right from your desktop the same day when you order by 11:30. Pinpoint delivery by who? Who but W.B. Mason. Top of the 4th inning, Phillies lead it 3-0.
Yeah, they do.
Jeff McNeil will lead it off. He struck out his first time up.
Enjoyed a nice lunch today with
tater tots.
Reminded me, W.B. Mason folks, the Mitchell & Ness, Lynn from Mitchell & Ness, and Chicky and Pete's.
Whoa! There's the first hit of the night for the Mets.
There goes history.
Yep.
Glad that was high.
Neil singles right up the middle.
Pitch.
Did you guys talk about some of the W.B. Mason?
Oh yeah. We talked about the guy that is their model, the pictures on all their trucks. And,
Yeah, they're good folks. All 3 of those clients.
Where'd you go?
Famous restaurant.
This is going to be
Capitol Grill.
Stump the Fan.
Yeah, I went to Capitol Grill.
There's a toss over to first.
It's going to be Stump the Analyst. It's pretty bad.
I never looked at the name on it.
That's pretty bad when we can ask ourselves our own question and can't answer it, or deliver the question and we don't know the answer to it.
Austin Jackson struck out his first time up.
All I know is there's a lot of paintings on those walls.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are. There's a strike to the knees. It's 0-1. Jackson was playing center field yesterday. Brandon Nimmo, who we've seen play a little center field for the Mets, he got hit on a swing yesterday on his left index finger. X-rays were negative. They were going to do some more testing. Yesterday in Game 2, Mickey Callaway said that he was available to pinch run, even though he had some swelling in the fingers. Had a change up to Jackson. Here is Nimmo yesterday getting hit. I mean, literally right off the finger, the knuckle.
And this is the play that Franco stepped on third and then threw to first and got Nimmo, who never left home plate.
He was face down at home plate.
Yeah, he was face down. He didn't actually get to third. He got there late. That ball's butted foul, 1-2. So then, realizing that he still had an out, he was able to get Nimmo at first. That was all part of that wacky Game 1 yesterday.
We've forgotten that one, although there was a lot of funny things that happened in it.
Saw Kingery out in the bullpen throwing a side session today.
It's good to stay sharp.
Yeah. Alfaro was down there catching him without a glove.
There's something to be said about that 64-mile-an-hour blooper pitch. I don't know why they don't use it more often.
Steve Hamilton. Right? Dave LaRoche, the lob.
The lob. Curveball fouled away. It remains 1-2.
That was one of the best swings I've ever seen at his curveball. Kind of hung in there and stayed on it a little bit, fouled it off, but normally you'd pull off that ball.
He's off another changeup. It's 2-2. Mets hitters are fouling some baseballs off here. Pitch count still in great position for Nola.
It's hard to say where he goes to here. He's laid off the changeup. He's fouling off the fastball. Like Mike said, he had a really good swing at the curveball.
How about that curveball he threw to Rosario to start the game to get the first strikeout? One of those.
It's like this two-seamer trying to run in.
And to the right side to the vacant hole, a base hit. That'll put runners on first and third with nobody out. And Conforto will come up. Runs for Radiothon. For every run the Phillies score during the month of August, the Phillies will make a contribution to the Help Our Kids Radiothon, benefiting Nemours Alfred I. DuPont Hospital for Children. To find out more, visit nemours.org/radiothon.
That's good hitting. I actually think he was trying to force that ball over there with the second base position wide open. They had a shift on him a little bit there. I think that was pretty darn good hitting. Got a guard against the outer half of the plate.
Yeah. All right, now Conforto grounded out his first time up. Phillies play the infield back. They'll look to turn 2 with a 3-0 lead. And a breaking ball, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, it's a really good pitch right there. You know, Conforto was looking fastball trying to tie this thing up.
I think the next 2 guys, actually the next 3 guys will probably try to do that. Conforto, Frazier, and Bautista. Another throw.
Always liked this guy as a hitter, John Conforto.
Yeah, you know, when he first came up, Michael, he hit a lot of home runs to left field, and then the following year, I don't know if someone told him or something got in his head where he thought he had to try to be a pull hitter.
And then he got sent back down.
Yeah,
right?
but like we showed a clip when he was in Williamsport in the Little League World Series hitting a home run to left field.
0-2 to him. See, this is this year the direction of his hits. That's probably more like it. You know, he pulled 41, but he's got 45 center or the other way. No balls and 2 strikes to Conforto.
That's where you ride that high one up in there and see if you can get him to chase.
How'd that miss him?
I don't know. I thought that was headed right toward his leg. Maybe it came back a little bit. It was a 4-seamer, not a 2-seamer, though.
Wow. That looked like it went right through his right leg.
Yeah.
Now do you throw the 2-seamer in there?
You could. It looks like they're going curveball. throwing over to first. Either one.
What do you think about that curveball right there? I mean, yeah, it's tough, good strikeout pitch, but also gives you a chance to shoot that ball in between where holding the runner on first base. That big space over there.
You're right. His is so good, though, he can control it. Swing and a miss. He got him. 6 strikeouts for Nola.
Wow, just when you think you're on it, you're not. So tough to lay off of it too, because it's right there to hit, and then all of a sudden it's in the dirt. Amazing.
And now Frazier's up.
Pitched him tough last time. Got him 0-2 and threw that one right on his hands, and he hit a little 60-degree wedge to the second baseman.
Yeah, right where Cesar's playing now. 0-1.
That's the one you don't want to miss right there.
Well, you're facing one of the best in the league. You miss one as a hitter. This at bat just it was already tough for Frazier coming in. It's gotten a lot tougher now.
Frazier, a proponent of that slight uppercut too. Jake Arrieta over there watching like a hawk, see if he can pick something up.
Fastball hit in the air to center field. Roman Quinn, Nick Williams there. Roman gets behind it, makes the catch. Coming home from third is McNeil. The throw to the plate cut off, and it's a 3-1 ball game. So a sacrifice fly here in the 4th inning for Frazier. That's his 43rd RBI. And now Jose Bautista. Jackson had a pretty good sized lead, and he is out. He was trying to get his footing set. He's not even arguing it. Another pickoff for the Phils as Santana was creeping back to the first base bag. The Mets are going to take a look at this just to make sure. His hand got to Santana's foot instead of the base. So I think that's why he is out. They're not going to review it. Phillies get out of it. The Mets score a run. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-1.
Well, Jackson got a little lazy over there, and it looked like he was going to get back, but he catches a foot instead of a base. And Santana puts a real nice tag on him. Noel's got a good move to first base, and that's your Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer.
All right, so bottom of the fourth inning, it's 3-1. Phillies on top. That minimized the amount of pitches that Aaron had to throw in that inning after the Mets scored the run on the sac fly.
Michael, have you ever played a game where there was a concert after the game?
That's a good question.
Sure I have.
You had there were a lot of other events going on at the Vet, though, before and after games, weren't there?
Yeah.
When you were playing?
Yeah,
Mr. Giles always had something going.
We had to play. The Beach Boys were playing after us in San Diego. We scored like 4 runs in the 9th inning to tie the game, and we got booed every run that was scored.
Because the game just kept on going.
Yeah, well, they wanted the Beach Boys. They didn't want to see the Padres.
Roman Quinn leads it off. Quinn grounded out his first time up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think it's amazing the way they pull the whole stage setup together and everything real fast.
I think the grounds crews are fans of concerts on the field.
I would say no. The only thing about this one, and I don't want to speak for them because they do such a great job, and their knowledge of what needs to be done on the field is far thicker than all of ours. It looks like a lot of it goes on the infield dirt when it wheels out for this kind of concert. But it's easier for me to say that it doesn't have as much of an impact.
Don't people sit in the infield?
Well, that's true. People are on the infield because there's passes, there are field passes.
John, that's where you'd be. We'd be clapping and dancing to the.
Oh, without question. Down in the pit, Michael.
Roman Quinn pops it up foul outside of third and out of play.
You know what everyone down there would say? What are those 2 old guys doing?
Uh-oh. What do we got? Oh, John.
yeah.
P.J. Wheelahands, John.
Johnny boy.
Those look good.
Yeah,
oh, my
do.
God.
Tater tots.
Thank you, Brooksy. Fly ball to left field. Reinheimer was playing really shallow, so Jackson is back. He missed it. Roman Quinn can fly. And he's on his way to third, and he'll get there standing.
Yeah. I think that calls for a tater tot.
Absolutely.
How about how that ball carried?
Yes, it did.
A triple, 3 tater tots.
Is that how we're going to play it?
Yeah.
It should have been caught. I hate to say that to Roman, but hit it well. Ball hit him right in the glove, didn't it? Here it is again. Goes the opposite field. He thinks he's got something right there. Turns on the Jets. Wow, wouldn't it be nice to be able to run like that?
It certainly would. It would be nice to walk like that. No, John?
Thinking the stopping part would be pretty hard.
Got to answer that run we gave up in the last inning.
Brooks is clutching up with the forks.
That is the first triple of Roman Quinn's career.
What would you like to drink, John?
No balls and 1 strike.
Oh, with tater tots?
To show everybody what's going on here with the P.J. Wheelahands tater tots. All right. Got some cheese, melted it. Got some scallions. I'm assuming a little ranch. We've had it before.
But
he wants them back.
And some bacon.
Oh, kid.
Bacon, John.
You got to have bacon with tater tots. I mean, it's like just basically like breakfast without an egg.
Breakfast without an egg. You got the deviled eggs, everything would be perfect.
Cool.
3 forks here.
We're going to get it.
1 ball and 1 strike to Alfaro. He struck out his first time. And it's 1-2.
You think Roman just tipped off that he's going on contact?
He may have. He may have.
So I'm assuming that they're thinking that it's with Nola on deck that he might not drive Roman in if Alfaro hits a grounder and he stays.
Then you're relying on Cesar to finish it off. We'll try to finish it off.
2 outs maybe. Although Aaron had some pretty good swings.
Fly ball would be huge right here. Broken bat looper. That'll do. A base hit for Alfaro. Roman Quinn scores. And the Phillies lead is back to 3.
I love that. I love that. Give a bat up anytime for a knock and an RBI. Anytime. Garden gets the outside corner of the plate, making the pitcher jam you. Boy, that one went down in style.
Watch Rosario. He turns his back. Look where this bat ends up. It almost hits him.
Does have some distance on it. And now Nola. Runner goes. Pitch is taken outside. Throw to second. Nowhere near in time.
That's what I was wondering. Would they even bunt?
They still might to get him to
now
third.
They will to get him to third. But why would you bunt him to second when you can just steal?
This is what they tried to do the other night against the Red Sox in the 9th inning.
He can fly now.
I mean, these aren't even close. Like, you wonder if Roman thought maybe I'll stop at second so I can steal third, fill up some more columns.
That's the first career stolen base for Alfaro. And Nola takes. It's 1-1.
Don't you have to try to bunt him to third here?
Well, I would think yes from a traditional standpoint, but again, Gabe does not like the bunt because he feels like you're giving an out away. Now he still might do it here, and maybe he missed a sign.
That's a possibility.
And I don't want to make it seem like that Gabe doesn't ever bunt, because he has bunted, but I think he would prefer to give a guy a chance to hit. Now it is a pitcher, doesn't obviously have the swing like everybody else. Bautista's creeping in at first, and Nola takes a strike. 2-2.
I've been a little high. Of course, Aaron was sort of in a crouch.
Mm. 3-2. Well, he got down really low.
I'll tell you what, if they throw one, if that ball happens to be thrown at him, there's no way he can get out of the way with his knee on the ground.
And he bunts it toward first. Bautista has it, throws to third, and out at third base is Alfaro.
That's a heck of a play.
That's a really good play by Bautista. Yeah.
He just looks like a player over there at first base, doesn't he?
Yeah, it was a heck of a throw.
Play, and you don't see many first basemen in there reverse pivoting and throwing the tag play out at third. I mean, he makes a perfect throw. Pretty darn good bunt. I thought he might let it go foul. Wow. That's defensive play.
Isn't that where you want to bunt it to third so the third baseman has to come get it?
You would normally want to bunt it to third.
This can't be comfortable, though, bunting off Syndergaard.
Cesar is 2 for 2 today. One ball and one strike. Out to left field. And Reinheimer will make the catch. And 2 outs. Phillies baseball is brought to you by your local Chevrolet dealers. And by W.B. Mason. Who but W.B. Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. Got some babies. Not too different in age there.
Oh, Dominion fans at that age?
Maybe.
Never
Starting
know.
them young. One. Hoskins walked and he grounded out to third. Grounded out on a breaking ball his last time up. One and two.
92-mile-an-hour slider. Hello.
When he faced the Phillies earlier this year, he lasted only 4 innings because his pitch count was at 92 after 4. He had a little more zest on his fastball, a little more zip on it then, or movement, I should say. Tonight he's got the velocity, there's no doubt. Hoskins pops it up. Bautista over toward the railing. And it's out of play. Sinker at 39%. That's interesting.
That is.
I mean, he threw the 4-seamer a lot in the first inning.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Oh, wow. Reese did not think that was a strike. I thought it was low also. The Phillies do get a run on the RBI single by Alfaro. Here's P.J. Wheelahan's pitch cast. Oh, yeah, it's right at the bottom of the zone, according to Pitchcast. We'll head to the 5th inning. It's the Phillies 4 and the Mets 1. some batting practice. Swanee was firing some BP in with his left hands. He looked like he knew what he was doing right there. Take a little hack on a high pitch. It was hot out there today. It was literally right after their sound check. And speaking of the folks, the guys from Old Dominion, they're standing by with Greg Murphy. Murph.
They are indeed, and say hello to Matthew Ramsey and Trevor Rosen, who are 2 of the 5 members that make up Old Dominion. And, well, welcome back to Philadelphia, guys. I know the crowd here is pretty excited to watch you guys tonight. How excited are you guys to play in front of these guys?
Yeah, we're pretty stoked, man. The crowd is filling in nicely. It looks like it's going to be a good night, man, for sure.
Now, you guys were in Philadelphia, Trevor, not too long ago because you were opening for Kenny Chesney as he travels around the country. Talk about what it was like to play in Philadelphia, because I know this is it's a rabid country music town.
Yeah, it really is. I think this is the second time we've come to town with him, and every time we come here, the crowd is just over the top. It's really fun.
I'm sure we're going to hear a lot of different songs tonight, obviously, but some from your new album, Happy Ending. You guys excited? And what has been the response as you guys, release this album and now get a chance to play it in front of the live audiences?
It was great, man. There's the whole thing called the sophomore slump, where everybody's worried that your second album is just going to take a dip. But we were a little worried about that, but we put out No Such Thing as a Broken Heart, and that became a big hit for us, and then Written in the Sand was a big hit for us. So far, so good, man. It's treated us very well.
When do you know, Trevor, that, all right, we can sit back, we can relax, because we did good work, and this is going to play with country fans?
I mean, you never relax. I mean, that's the thing is, we're just constantly looking for that next step. But, when we won the Vocal Group of the Year award, things like that indicate to you that it's working. So that at least makes you feel comfortable that things are on the right track.
Yeah, I think things are working. It's been a great year for you guys. I was going to mention the Vocal Group of the Year, so congratulations on that. And, what strikes me in just watching you guys interact is how much you enjoy being around one another. It looks like not only are you doing what you've probably always dreamt about doing, but you're doing it with a bunch of guys that you really enjoy.
Yeah, that's one thing that we always say that we're lucky to have is not only are we lucky to have this job, but, you're getting to do it with your buddies. We were friends before we were a band, and the goal was no matter how long this lasts to still be friends after it's over. But so far, so good. It just makes it a little extra special when things like the ACM Award happen, or when we get to play beautiful places like this. You're there with your buddies going, is this real, man? So yeah, it's great.
It's real. You can pinch one another. It's definitely real. Trevor, talk about this is the first time you guys are going to play in a ballpark on your own. You've opened obviously for Kenny, but this is the first time after a ball game you're getting a chance to do something like this.
Yeah, it is. And live baseball, there's nothing like it. So we got a chance to get down on the field earlier and do a little batting practice. So the whole atmosphere is just really cool. I'm having a lot of fun.
Now, we saw the video of the BP, and I actually was watching you guys as you were taking some swings. So, all right, Matthew, I'll ask you, who was the best out there? Let's be honest. Who was the...
It's always Trevor. Trevor is like, he pulls the switch hit. He's the one that he hit it to the track, so he's always the one that's out there that's got a little...
There sounded no jealousy in his voice right there.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm better than other things than him, but...
What can the crowd expect here tonight? I know, as I said, you can feel the excitement in the ballpark. What can they expect out of you guys?
I mean, you said it. That's just it. Like, we feed off of the excitement of the crowd. So every time the crowd is enthusiastic, it makes us enthusiastic. So it's just a lot of back and forth, and it's a lot of fun. We love what we do, and we love it when the people love what we do.
Before I let you go, can you introduce us to the guys in the back?
Yeah, that's Whit right there. He plays drums. That's Brad, plays guitar. And over there with the stoosh, that's Jeff.
Well, guys, we wish you the best of luck tonight. We're excited to hear you guys, and thanks for taking a couple minutes with us, and enjoy Philadelphia while you're here.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Murph, thank you. Yeah, they'll be up in North Jersey at the Meadowlands tomorrow, opening for Kenny Chesney. The trip around the Sun Tour, which, as they mentioned, was already here in Philadelphia. I'm surprised it's the first time that they're doing this a gig like this after a ball game. I would have thought that they had done that before. As that one gets away from Alfaro and goes back to the screen. And it'll be a wild pitch. And the count 2 balls and 1 strike to Kevin Plawecki.
I think if Murph would ask him one more question, I got to finish them tater tots.
He did make a pretty good dent in them.
I think you're saving a couple for me. Huh. There's only, geez.
There is only a couple.
There's not hardly anything left.
They did bring him up for him, Michael. We were just along
true,
for the
that's
ride.
True. With 3 forks, though.
Hey, I'll stop. that a wild pitch, Tom?
That is a
pass
wild
ball?
pitch. Down the right field line out of play.
That looked like Jorge had his glove backwards. You get his glove turned over.
Runs high, 3-2. They have changed it to a pass ball.
Wow.
That is just the second three ball count for Aaron Nola. That is the 9th pass ball, by the way. Ball 4. Calling all superhero fans, join the Phillies as we celebrate our favorite Marvel superheroes when the Washington Nationals come to town Wednesday, August 29th at 7:05. Limited edition Phillies Hulk bobblehead will be given out if you purchase your tickets with the theme night package. Go to Phillies.com/theme nights for more info. Here's that pitch to Alfaro that was called a pass ball.
Kind of look at that glove angle, wasn't too good. It's almost like he wasn't expecting that kind of sink on the ball.
I wonder if he was crossed up on it the way it, you know what I mean? It just didn't look like he, well, he certainly wasn't comfortable.
But how is that a pass ball, though?
I think it's one of those they'll change when they see that it bounced like that. Syndergaard squares with runners on first and second. Statcast AI powered by AWS shows you how the Phillies are set up to field this bunt and maybe get the guy at third base. Jose Bautista.
Third baseman has a couple of options here. If the bunt's bunted hard to him, he can actually go to second base where Cabrera will be covering, or you know, they have what they call the wheel play where Cabrera would leave early and cover third base, and Franco would charge and hope that they bunt it to Franco and he'd turn and get the lead runner at third base, or you play it straight up and just read the ball when it's bunted.
Syndergaard tried to pull the bat back, I think, and fouled it, and it's 2-1.
And you got a really aggressive first baseman like Santana. He's planning on fielding that bunt wherever it is. Got to have a lot of good communication on this play. You also have to know, as a third baseman, how good a fielder your pitcher is. You know how much ground he can cover.
And he bunts it toward third, and it's 2-2. It goes foul.
A lot of times here where the pitcher will step off just to see if Syndergaard doesn't square early like he's bunting. Sometimes you want to hold it a little bit to see if you can make sure that he is bunting or isn't bunting. They square around so early nowadays. pretty much give it away early, and he's a good hitter, so he's bunting.
And he takes it, and it's 3-2. This is interesting. You don't often see this from Aaron Nola.
No, and you know they're giving you an out. You just don't know which base yet, but
yeah, you don't know if it's first, second, or third.
yeah, but I mean that's, you know, does Mickey Callaway roll the dice and let Syndergaard swing?
He is swinging and a miss. He got him. Back-to-back 3-ball counts. It's strikeout number 7 for Nola. And now Reinheimer's coming up.
Well, that brings back the good old double play situation for Nola now.
Yes. So that didn't surprise you guys that he swung there after trying to bunt?
Well, he is a good hitter. There's no doubt about that.
He probably better than average hitter for a pitcher, but you know, now you know nothing really surprises you with.
I agree with that.
You know, it's you know Gabe talks about all the time how he doesn't like to give up an out.
Reinheimer struck out his first time up. Swing and a miss. 0-2. I think you got to keep throwing that pitch, right?
Well, if he keeps swinging at it like that, absolutely. I mean, he's trying to hit one off the Harry the K's out there.
Pass ball has been changed to a wild pitch.
They can't do that. I already wrote it down.
0-2 pitch coming to Reinheimer. After a look back at second.
Where's your pencil?
On the floor. I'll get it between innings.
I hope I didn't eat it. Drop it in the tater tots.
Outside, 1-2. There was something crunchy in there, wasn't
Well, we
there?
got this slanted desktop here that every time you lay something down, it rolls on the floor. For me, anyway,
well,
not for you.
At the start of the season, it was level, but we set on it to do the open.
And we've had some tater tots.
And there's some girth in here, Michael.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Reinheimer.
Ben.
Mm-hmm.
You know how Ben's just let himself go over the years.
Corey Seidman was in here earlier
and they
today.
set on this thing and it just sinks it.
Washington leads 2-0 over Miami. On the out-of-town scoreboard, Bryce Harper with an RBI single. Nats are 8 games back in the division. 1-2 to Reinheimer. Down the right field line, that'll slice foul. And it remains 1-2. Reinheimer hit .237 with 4 home runs in the minor leagues this year with Arizona and with the Mets.
What is it you like, John?
What?
Reinheimer.
I think it's his name.
But I didn't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah.
And then he kind of broke it down to me between innings. You know, like you did when your kids were young. How do you pronounce this word, Daddy? Reinheimer.
Foul ball. Bounced in and out of the glove of Alfaro. And it remains 1-2.
Okay, his last fastball was 94. He backed it up with that nasty, good, well-located changeup. Just got a piece of it.
Swing and a miss. He got him with a changeup. 8 strikeouts for Nola. 2 outs here in the 5th. And Rosario is coming up.
This is what makes Aaron Nola so special. He hits Batista. He walks Plawecki, and you know Syndergaard's trying to bunt. He couldn't get a bunt down. He ends up 3-2 swinging, strikes out, and then he gets another strikeout. You know, they had first and second, no outs, and those guys are still there with 2 outs now.
And you got one more guy to go. You've got Rosario, who has struck out and lined out to first.
Looking.
He does. Rolls over to third. Franco to second, and the inning is over. That really is a nice job by Aaron Nola.
Sure was.
So he gets the fielder's choice to leave 2 for the Mets. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Phillies 4 and the Mets 1. Official bank of the Phils. Yesterday, Lehigh Valley defeated Indianapolis 6-5. Danny Ortiz had a walk-off. They've had a lot of those this year. Reading defeated Hartford 3-2. Cornelius Randolph hit another home run. Clearwater defeated Bradenton 5-0. David Parkinson with a nice pitching performance. Lakewood defeated Rome 5-4. Indianapolis, by the way, leads Lehigh Valley tonight 1-0. Andrew Knapp has a double. He's batting third. Jeff Singer started in place of Cole Irvin. Now Irvin's okay. They just knew there was bad weather, so they didn't start him. Noah Syndergaard goes back to work here in the 5th inning.
Wouldn't mind seeing 1 or 2 more go up on the board.
Keep adding on. Cabrera has swung at 2 pitches so far tonight. And it's 1-0. Time now for our Geico quote of the day. Mickey Callaway talking about current Phil Asdrubal Cabrera. He's a guy that goes out there and comes to play every day, no matter what's ailing him or whatever. No matter how the season's going, he comes to play every day. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Great compliment.
Pulls that one down the right field line, foul. Bautista patting Cabrera on the head after he knocked in that run earlier. 2 years ago, they say he was the best player the Mets had. He's having a good year this year when the Phillies acquired him. Spins that one foul.
Have you talked to anyone down there on the Mets? Like, what's the update on David Wright? I know
he's still rehabbing.
Yeah.
He was 0 for 3 yesterday.
Yeah, golly,
but he's playing more innings every time he's down in rehabs.
That's sad.
Outside. So he played 6 innings at third base. He's 0 for 10 with 2 walks in his 4 rehabilitation games. He's scheduled to be off today and scheduled to play again tomorrow. Foul ball. I always think back when we saw the Dodgers earlier this year to some of the debilitating injuries that players go through that sometimes ends their career. I mean, we thought, I don't know how you guys felt, but I thought that Chase Utley's career was over with those knees, and he's been able to manage them and been able to play longer. I think you kind of hope the same thing for David Wright, that somehow he can manage whatever's ailing him with his back. With 1 out, Nick Williams is coming up.
Yeah, you wonder if it's getting to the point with David Wright where he comes back sometime in late September, gets a few at bats, leaves on a good note, and then just says, you know what, I'm done.
Because he wanted to try it one more time to see if he can.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice to see him come back, hit a home run, get a curtain call, and see you later.
3 unassisted. Yeah, there are 2 outs. Santana's coming up.
What was the severity of his back injury?
It was a couple of different things.
I know you're not an orthopedic.
No, because there were 2 different ones. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Let me just take a peek at it real quick, Michael.
He's diagnosed me with a lot of things, Michael.
I know he had a degenerative disc. I know that was part of it. But he also had a neck issue as well. Spinal stenosis was the last. I think that was the last thing. As Santana takes low. He did wind up having back surgery in 2017. And he had a herniated disc in his neck that he had surgery on also. That was back in 2015. Fouled back.
Whatever it is, as he gets older, he's going to be in a lot of pain, isn't he? The back, the neck, man.
Two-one pitch to Santana. There's a strike, 2-2.
Have you ever had a chance to meet him, Michael?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Very fine
yes,
gentleman.
I have. Yes, he is. Absolutely. He was on our team, the World Baseball Classic team.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Boy, he had all the talent in the world too.
Yeah.
Off the end of the bat, flared out towards center field, and that's going to drop for a hit. Santana aboard for the 2nd time. He walked to the 3rd, and now Franco's coming up.
He might be on the go train.
You can't blame him to try it, right? He had
Didn't
such
he
a good
try
job.
it?
Yeah, he got one. He got an opportunity last time, and then Franco swung and fouled it off, and he got mad at him.
Never forget, we were down by a couple of runs down in Miami to go to the final stage of the World Baseball Classic. I think Shane got a knock and somebody else got a knock, and David Wright flared one over first, score the winning run, and there was a giant scrum out at the shortstop. First time I had ever been in one of those things. Man, they can get a little scary.
Yes, they can.
Some big fellas, too.
Woo. That was one of the coolest things in my baseball career, to be a part of that.
Wear the USA jersey.
Yeah.
One ball and one strike.
Coaching third base, flashing those signs down there, spitting those sunflower seeds.
Did you get anybody thrown out at the plate?
No, actually I did. All you need when you coach third base is a sign, is a sign that when you put it on, nothing's on. You get me?
Yeah.
If I touch my hat, or if I touch my belt or anything, no matter what I do, there's nothing on. That way you can always go to that to save your, save your butt. You know what I'm saying? People, oh, did I get a bad sign? Hit that belt or hat or whatever it is. Or you can start with it all the time.
Who was Davey Johnson was the skipper, right?
Yeah. It was so much fun getting in the heads of those base runners when they're out there, whatever you see and you think, you can relay it to them, watch the line drive, and they could go through.
There goes Santana. Pitch is taken low. He's got a stolen base. Ball trickled out of the glove of Plawecki. That is the second stolen base for Santana, the fourth tonight for the Phillies. And with 2 outs, a runner in scoring position.
I don't know if we need a little look back, but another stolen base. We're a running team now.
But if he looked back, wouldn't he have seen that ball get past Plawecki?
I don't know if he could. Yeah, he might have. He might have. He still wanted to get his uniform dirty, John.
It's a fine feeling.
2-2.
Well, Michael, get back in on that ball. He hasn't been pulling off the ball like he is in this at bat for a long time. Stay straight away, shoot that ball the other way, RBI.
Lays off 3-2.
Tell you what, though, his approach right now against Syndergaard, this at bat especially, the Syndergaard can throw anything on the outer half.
No question.
No
Based
chance.
on what you're seeing, right?
Yeah.
What he's seeing as a pitcher, he won't come anywhere near, with first base open especially, the middle of that plate. It's going to be a slider away or a fastball away.
3-2. That one's fouled back toward us.
That was supposed to be a slider away.
It remains 3-2. The opposition has stolen 88 bases in 102 attempts against Syndergaard for his career. 14 times they've been caught. Phillies have 4 tonight. And a line drive caught by Rosario at shortstop, and the Phillies leave one in scoring position. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We'll head to the 6th inning. The Phillies lead it by 3. have been putting their team in a position to win on a consistent basis all season long. Halfway through the month of August, only 3 team starters have thrown more innings per start in 2018. The usual combination of Nola, Arrieta, Pivetta, Velasquez, and Eflin are 4th in the National League among starting rotations in ERA, 2nd and 5th, and 5th in strikeouts. They pitch their way into a playoff pursuit, and it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Well, it's Temple University night here at Citizens Bank Park. The Temple dance team performing with the Fanatic.
I feel you, brother. I feel you.
Oh, it's funny. As we head to the 6th inning, it'll be Jeff McNeil to lead it off. He's 1 for 2. Got a changeup outside.
Looks like that might be the last inning for Thor, huh?
Yeah, it could be. The Phillies have made him work tonight.
But they don't have anyone warming up.
Well, they did have the lefty warming up, Zamora.
Oh, they called someone up?
Yeah, today. There's a ground ball to second, 4-3 on the put out. So maybe he'll get up now or with 2 outs because he had been throwing. So with 1 out, Austin Jackson is coming to the plate. Pitcher comparison so far. Nola has 8 strikeouts and has scattered 2 hits. Actually, I shouldn't say he scattered them. They both came in 1 inning.
I think this is the number right there for only 4 strikeouts for Syndergaard. But I like the approach. The Phillies were swinging early.
And although they're not going to be able to do it every night, you do like when they can do it that they're running.
Yep. I mean, you know, Plawecki's the guy that they want to have a look at for the remainder of the year instead of Mesoraco. And you mentioned 10% coming into the game, 10% throwing out only 10% of the runners. Yeah, I don't care who's pitching, you can run. But give the Phillies credit against Syndergaard, and you know they are getting on base and giving themselves opportunities to run.
Jackson fouls that to stay alive.
I wonder why they don't do something about that with Syndergaard. You know, you get a slide step going, or in spring training anyway. I mean, the word's out that you can run, right?
Oh yeah, it's clear. I mean, it may be one of those things where it just he's concentrating on what he can control, and he doesn't feel like that's part of it right now, or will be. Maddox was that way, where he just kind of
he didn't care.
Line drive, base hit it to left field for Jackson. He has 2 hits.
Yeah, that was a changeup.
Tomorrow, NBC 10 and Telemundo 62 are joining forces to clear the shelters. If you're thinking about adopting a loving pet, go to NBC10.com or Telemundo62.com to find a participating shelter near you. Adoption fees are being waived.
Austin Jackson put a nice move on that last changeup.
He was picked off his last time that he was on first. Inside, 2-0.
Things change a lot when you're a runner at first base and you got picked off the last time you were down there.
Yeah.
You tend to not want to get picked off twice in a game.
Get that step and a half and lean toward first.
Change up 2-1.
What a pitch there when you can go to an 83-mile-an-hour changeup with a 2-0 count on a cleanup hitter.
A young cleanup hitter who's very aggressive, like you mentioned earlier in the game, Michael. He saw that pitch out of the hand. The eyes lit up. He thought, oh, man, I got me a 2-0 fastball.
Swing and a miss. He got another one. Another changeup, 84 miles an hour. Nola trying to complete this 6th inning. It would give him 160 innings on the season.
What's his career high?
He is shy of that right now, but he's going to eclipse it. He was just under 200 last year.
So what do you throw here? He struck him out on that curveball down by his right foot. He's missed 2 changeups in a row.
The 2-seam runner. Run back in.
Throw over to first.
Thinking lay off that curveball again down there?
No.
John, his career high is well, he had 178 last year, 168 in the majors and 10 in the minors. So I guess you could say officially 168. Actually thought it was higher than that, but yeah, he's going to eclipse that this season. Curveball swung out and missed. 9 strikeouts for Nola.
Good call, Michael.
It's easy to call something when you offer 3 different pitches. This swing and misses look good, don't they?
He does have a pretty swing, doesn't he?
Well, now Frazier. Frazier is 0 for 1 with a sac fly. Boy, he's uncorking a lot of changeups and 2-seamers in this inning. Thought that pitch was down.
All right, just see if the umpire keeps jawing at him, he's going to.
That's right at the bottom of the zone, according to PitchCast.
Same pitch that Reese got called out.
Correct.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, if he calls this one, Mets might be needing a new third baseman.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm feeling it.
Now the 0-2 pitch coming to Todd Frazier. The breaking ball down and away. 1-2.
Would you like to umpire a game sometime?
No.
No.
No way.
Why?
Well,
maybe third base.
I would. No, I'm talking about home plate, just to see
Just
how
to
hard
see.
it is. Just one time,
Yeah.
just to see. Maybe with that old sponge big thing they used to wear years ago.
The
Put your hands
inflatable-
behind it.
The inflatable thing.
Yeah.
I umpired Little League games when I was younger and Babe Ruth games. Good work hanging onto your feet again. Same guys as before, I believe.
Now, let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
What's the purpose of a hooded sweatshirt short sleeve?
I think it's just style, John.
No, not really.
Well, I'm just saying, in their eyes, it's style. No?
Where did you see that?
He just had
that
one.
guy just got the ball down there. He has a
Oh.
short sleeve hooded shirt. Why do you need the hood?
Well, you kind of want to look like a gangster or something walking out of the ballpark. Put your hood up.
You gotta look. Hood, short sleeve. Now, I mean, he's got some guns on him, so I mean, it's you know, it's all good. But
nice work with the telestrator.
We like that.
Two nights, two times tonight.
Swing and a miss. Frazier strikes out. That's 10 strikeouts for Aaron Nola. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. 7 career 10 strikeout games for the Phillies right-hander. He has 6 innings where he's allowed 1 run and just 3 hits. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Phillies up 4-1. To Aaron Nola, who really has been refreshing, Michael. This is another 10 strikeout performance.
Wow, yeah, 10 strikeouts. You strike out 10, you only have to get 17 outs fielding, which is quite nice. But Aaron's got it all again. Scary breaking ball, scary slurve.
Yeah,
that's what we call it. Nasty changeup, can throw them all at any time. That's the Aaron Nola recipe.
Well, Syndergaard will start the 6th inning. There is bullpen work behind him. He has 100 pitches, as you see, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Roman Quinn. Nola 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. He is due to bat 3rd in the inning. I think they'd like to push him a little bit tonight.
Yeah, yep. If you can get 110 pitches out of him tonight, you save some arms down there.
Yeah, I think they'd like to avoid using Sir Anthony if they can. He's available, but they'd like to avoid it. Outside, 3-1. Alfaro has an RBI single. He's up next.
I thought Odubel in last night's doubleheader looked a little tired.
Yeah, he's been scuffling recently. I think I think that's why you're seeing Roman out there. I think they feel like Roman might be a little bit of a burst defensively too.
I mean, I'm not judging that based upon how hindsight, you know, watching him. I mean, it just seemed like he was kind of swinging at everything, and I know that can happen in a game, the first game like last night.
Honestly, Michael, I think it's happened more recently for him on a consistent basis. I mean, he's so talented, as we know. We talked about his first 40 games, how he was leading the world in hitting. As Quinn chops one to the right side. And there's 1 out. But I think now that you have Roman Quinn, who can go get it in center field, I think you can give Odubel a little bit of a reprieve. And hopefully he can get himself back to close to where he was.
Odubel gets in those runs as a hitter where he feels like he hit every pitch. No matter where it is, he feels like he can hit it hard.
Alfaro's hit by that pitch. He'll go to first base.
Is that a changeup? Looked like he had a bunch of fingers on the ball initially. What was that?
I'm not sure, but you can't hurt that steal.
Yeah, it was a changeup.
I mean, that's the thing too. If you're Aaron Nola's hit, if that's the thing too, like you know, if you're a hitter, his changeups at 90, 91. It's hard to disseminate whether it's if he hits you, if he's doing it on purpose, thinking it might be a fastball.
He's got 107 pitches. And by his reaction, it looked like a total mistake, total loss of control on that particular pitch.
Runner goes. The throw to second base, not in time. That is the 5th stolen base for the Phillies tonight.
2 for Alfaro. He's almost halfway down. Pitcher before Syndergaard gets rid of the ball.
Yeah, it's just not a good combo because Plawecki doesn't throw well, and Syndergaard's slow to home.
Well, now here's one for you. No, it isn't. I lost track of the outs, John.
Oh,
Been
no.
there, been there,
no.
Michael.
Oh, no.
Coffee, please.
1 out, runner at second base here at the bottom of the 6th inning.
All right, 1 out. Hey, let's go, guys.
1-2. Outside, 2-2.
This is quite a crowd, isn't it?
It sure is.
Is this the biggest one of the year?
No, we've had a couple others. I mean, it's going to be close to capacity. A lot of standing room only people, a lot of people roaming around the Ashburn Alley. 2-2 to Nola. And he pulls it foul. Inside, 3-2.
A little too close for comfort there.
Down the right field line.
Get over his head.
Conforto's going back. It is a foul ball.
Man, how sweet would that have been?
That would have been sweet.
I mean, that's his natural stroke for Aaron. That other way.
Going the other way.
Yeah. How many hits he have this year?
Well, he has that double against the Mets the other way.
Did he hit a base hit against Pittsburgh the other way?
He did. Yes. It's where his power is. Strike 3 called. Mickey Callaway's coming out. He's going to make a double switch, so that'll be it for Syndergaard. You're at the bottom of the 6th inning. Syndergaard goes 5 2/3 and is responsible for the runner at second base. He's allowed 4 runs tonight.
It's like Batista's going to go to third and Frazier's out.
So Batista will exchange his first baseman's mitt for a third baseman's glove. We'll be back after this. Brought to you by your local Ford store. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Syndergaard's night is done. As we mentioned, 5 2/3. He's charged with 8 hits. He struck out 5. Wilmer Flores comes on to play first base. Moving from first to third is Bautista. So Flores will bat 8th. Zamora, the new pitcher making his major league debut, bats 5th. And he sidearms it in for a strike. 0-1. Down to Double-A at 3.48 ERA. The Mets just added him to the roster today. Bobby Wall, who pitched in last night's ball game, went on the disabled list with a hamstring injury. He had a couple of visits from the trainer in last night's game. Turned out he was pitching with a hamstring strain.
2-0 backdoor slider.
Well, had some movement on it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right there, 2-2. Guess you got to expect it again.
The fastball command hadn't been there yet.
And he throws it a slider for a ball this time. It's 3-2.
Is that 5 in a row? Or 4 out of 5?
Yeah, 4 out of 5. He threw the one fastball.
He's a left-handed Larry Anderson.
Got better hair. And he got him. A foul tip. Cesar goes down on strikes. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. We'll head to the 7th. Aaron Nola back to work with a 3-run lead. With the soundtrack of Old Dominion in the background, it's time for our Delaware Valley Honda Dealers game summary. Aaron Nola, 6 innings, 10 strikeouts tonight. Noah Syndergaard, 5 strikeouts at 5 2/3. He's done. Nola will continue here in the 7th inning with his 10 strikeouts.
Syndergaard had a pretty good night. You take away the first inning. The Phillies got 3 after that. Only gave up 1 run. Threw a lot of pitches, but only gave up 4 runs. Gave up 1 after the first inning.
Here's Bautista to lead it off in the 7th inning. He is 0 for 1, hit by a pitch his last time. He went around on that changeup. He didn't mean to go around. His body just took him all the way around.
I think he thought this was going to break away from him, John.
Yeah, he got a bad read on that one.
Yes, he did. One ball and 1 strike. Victor Arano starts to loosen in the bullpen. Aderbry Ramos is back there too. The Phillies added him back to the roster today. They sent Mark Leiter down to AAA.
He's going blind, huh?
Yep. He sees how much Cesar enjoys it. An update from Atlanta, the Rockies, thanks to an Ian Desmond 3-run triple, now lead the Braves 3-1. Game's in the bottom of the 3rd. There's Aderbry. That one's popped up down the right field line over toward Williams, who's under it. And 1 out. The Phillies are partnering with Nemours Children's Health System for our 3rd annual Childhood Cancer Awareness Night at Citizens Bank Park. It's Saturday, September 1st, when the Cubs are in town. It's an exclusive #PhilliesGoGold shirt that you will receive with a theme night ticket. A portion of the proceeds from each ticket purchased will benefit childhood cancer research through the Nemours Foundation. Go to Phillies.com/theme nights to purchase your tickets. That's a great idea.
John, in that Bautista at bat, before we went to the
drop-in.
The drop-in right there, he was looking for that breaking ball that whole bat, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
The whole at bat, that's how hard it is to hit. He finally got it in that 4th pitch.
0-2.
He stayed on it and got the fly ball to right field. That's about as good as you can do. Have you guys seen a Nola curveball get hit out of the park this year?
That's a good question. I can't remember one. I mean, if it was just a hanger. Over to 3rd. And Santana's able to stay on the bag. 2 outs, another ground ball out. I think that's to me what shows how good he is becoming. I mean, if not already there. You see the increase of 10 strikeout games. He's not necessarily a strikeout pitcher, but then still combining it with a high ground ball rate. You know, that's never left him.
Oh, it's so hard to string together, 3 or 4 hits against him.
That's exactly it.
It's crazy.
Because you're just not getting many hard hit baseballs.
That's right.
You know, and you mentioned it, the slugging percentage against him. They're not hitting many extra base hits at all.
Yeah, the opposition has the lowest slugging percentage against Aaron Nola in the National League. One ball and 1 strike to Flores, up for the first time. That's a changeup, and it's 1-2. I think the confidence to do that too, to throw the changeup. I mean, to lefties you understand it, but to righties as well.
And he didn't do a lot of that last year, did he?
He didn't do a lot of that last year, the year before. This is where his changeups come to life. 1-2 pitch. And Flores fouls it back.
They're throwing 94 after 103 pitches.
How about this, though? I mean, 35% four-seamers. I guess if you combine the four-seam and the two-seam, you get 46%. But look how close the curveball is to those numbers, too.
Yeah, it's kind of like Greg Maddux. Like Greg Maddux, there was times when you faced him where you just felt like, yeah, I'll throw this now. What the heck? You know, that's you know, Aaron is so low key. He's like, yeah, okay, curveball. What the heck? You want to change up? Sure, no problem.
1-2 pitch to Flores. He lays off a high fastball, 2-2.
But that's the thing too, Mike. With that pitch right there, like you can't lean out over the plate trying to guess breaking ball with him or think breaking ball, because he still has enough to run it in there and move you around a little bit.
His pitches have so much movement that he would be tough to hit if you knew what was coming. That makes sense?
Yes. Off the hands, foul territory. Santana hustling. That's a nice effort.
How about us in those pants, John?
I don't think it'd be a good look for me.
The baggy pants?
Knee high, above the knee. It's a new look, above the knee.
I think Hunter Pence started that, didn't he?
I think he did. David, not David Bell. The Bell kid from the Astros and the Mets.
Derek
Bell. He started the baggy pants trend. 3-2.
Our old friend George Hendrick.
Right. He started the stretch down to the spike. Right.
Yeah, just a little stirrup showing at the bottom.
Swing and a miss. That's 11 strikeouts for Aaron Nola. What a round of applause he's going to get as he exits the diamond here tonight. It's a 1-2-3 7th inning. He is exceptional once again with a 4-1 lead. This was a nice first inning for the Phils.
Rubel shoots an outside sinker running away from him down the left field line. Nick Williams fights off an inside fastball for the second RBI or third RBI, and that's the Toyota turning point.
That's all Aaron Nola's needed. 7 innings, 3 hits, 11 strikeouts. He's probably done for the night.
He's under the mister. The misting machine. Did you see it?
Oh, was that a misting machine?
Yeah. I tell you what, we could have used one up here earlier, couldn't we?
Yeah, the fan feels pretty good that's blowing on Carl. Carl, you're not getting any of it? Maybe I'm getting those.
See, look at it. It's a mister.
That's nice. EMTs are happy it's there.
So's Aaron.
Murph, where are you? Are you running the Mystic Machine?
I might as well be. I'm directly behind it.
Oh, are you?
Getting zero effects from the misting machine.
What if you threw a bottle of water into it if you get more? 3-0 to Hoskins, and ball 4. So Reese leads off the bottom of the 7th. There's Murph. Your forehead's pretty wet, though. Are you not getting any of it?
No, that was man-made. That's what that is.
From movement.
That's right.
Is that did the bead of perspiration on Murph's forehead come from his walk back after his talking to the guys from Old Dominion?
I don't know, Murph, where'd you get the beads on your forehead? Beads of sweat.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was running around.
Hardest working man at television.
Thank you, John.
Johnny Carson had nothing on Murph.
Yeah, Johnny didn't sweat.
Regis Philbin.
Regis probably sweat.
He is our own Regis Philbin.
He's our own Regis Philbin.
I'll take that.
1-0 to Cabrera, who is 1 for 3.
Hey.
Bouncer left side. Bautista has it. Goes to second for 1. And they're able to turn the double play. Wow.
Look at Bautista. Pick it.
Well, that's why the Braves picked him up this year, was to play third.
Wow.
And then Camargo kind of bumped him out.
Little pick running to his left. Here we go. Of course, Cabrera got out of the box 30 pretty slow. That was an in-between hop, too. I'm losing my ability to speak here. But great throw to second. They turned that. Amazing. Man can play anywhere.
Yeah. Versatility is the key, Michael. It's the name of the game. One ball and no strikes to Williams. 1-1.
I mean, if you're a left-hand hitter off Zamora, wouldn't you just set on a breaking ball?
Yes. That one was a little slicker than the others.
You got to figure he's throwing another one, right?
Maybe that same speed, too. Nope. Strike 3 called. It's a little slower this time.
That's a sweeper.
Attaboy, Murph. Get cool. That's being bold right there. Already your local Delval Honda dealer. Visit DelvalHondaDealers.com. And by Jefferson Health. Call 800-JEFF now or visit jeffersonhealth.org. Phillies lead at 4-1 as we go to the top of the 8th inning. And now it's time for Built for Baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. Phillies had a lot of stolen bases here tonight, guys.
Yeah, they did, and that's the MO on Syndergaard. 5 stolen bases on the night for the Phils off of Syndergaard and Plawecki. And you said it before, Tom. Plawecki, 10% of base runners he's throwing out, and then with the Syndergaard, how slow it is to home plate. Everyone was running. Franco stole the first one, and it just kept going on and on.
Well, now Victor Arano will take over.
I was getting ready to go down there and try to swipe one. Then the tater tots came and blew that out of the water.
The only one that was close was the last one.
Yeah, you're right. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Did we get the stump the fan answer yet?
Nope, we haven't gotten that yet. Got a lot going on tonight, John.
There is a whole bunch of stuff. You got a game, you got a concert. Murph and the Mister. I mean, it's just
tater tots.
Great. Oh boy.
1 ball and 1 strike to Reinheimer. He lays off.
So, what's your nickname? What would your nickname be for Mr. Reinheimer? John?
I don't know. I'm going to have to give that some thought. We got how many more games? 1 more tomorrow?
1 more.
Come up with something. That'll be my goal when I'm driving home tonight.
Jack Reinheimer.
Check swing and a foul ball. Trickling. Come on, Murph, get it before Ruben gets it. No?
No luck.
Adam Morgan warming up in the pen.
Murph's hogging that Mister. Can't even keep the players cool down there with Murph down there. Sticking that squash in front of it.
Down low, 3-2. Phillies bullpen this year is a 7th in the National League, an ERA of 3.89.
Now, do Roman Quinn and Kingree's numbers go on that?
Swing and a miss.
Sure.
You know what, John? Yes, they do. I didn't even think about that, but yes. 1 away. We go back to the top of the order. Let's check in with Regis Philbin.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Brought to you by the University of Maryland, University College. It's the Major League Notebook. Jose Ramirez of the Indians. He has done it again. A first-inning home run for the 13th time this year. It's home run number 37 on the season for him. He now has tied for the Major League lead with J.D. Martinez at 37. And the Reds, well, they're going to have to do without the guy in the middle of their lineup for at least 10 more days. Joey Votto is going on the disabled list for the first time since 2014. He was hit by in the leg by a pitch by Ryan Madsen about 2 weeks ago. He's been trying to play through the pain and the contusion, but they said they're going to shut it down. It's retroactive to the 26th of August, but Votto headed to the disabled list for the Reds, guys.
There's not a whole lot that the Reds have had to cheer about, but they've played better since Jim Riggleman took over.
Oh, yeah,
he and Suarez and Scooter Gennett have been really the only thing that has stood out for them.
Yeah, I was watching that game. Now, someone got hit for the Nationals. Oh, they hit Bryce, wasn't they? But it was a slider.
Right.
And then Madsen drills Votto in the.
Votto was not happy.
No, he was not.
But don't they know what the pitch is? The guy hits you with a slider.
You would think they would know, Mike. You would think. Swing and a miss. That's a slider. And it's back-to-back strikeouts for Victor Arano. 2 outs.
I got it for 12 tonight, the Mets.
I have 13.
13.
I had to count it 3 times.
Me too.
Runs outside, 1-0.
You showed a friend of mine on the screen.
Who's that?
Patrick O'Hara.
Where's he?
I don't know. They just showed him. Right there. Yeah, that's him.
Phillies.
Yeah.
It's one of the old school Phillies shirt with the Blue Jays on the sleeve.
If you go down to Uncle Bill's Pancake House in Ocean City, you'll find Patrick.
Inside, 2-1.
Does he own it or does he just hang out there?
I think his dad. His dad owns it. He runs it for him.
There it is.
Wait till he hears about the time.
I think he
got
knew
on
that.
TV.
I think he knew that we circled him.
Okay, he's watching.
Yeah, he's watching down in the Diamond Club. Johnny, draw some pancakes.
Well, now his brother that has a donut place right across the street from the Uncle Bill's. It's on. I think it's on. Is it Asbury or West maybe?
You'll be getting some free pancakes now.
Get some free donuts. He already gets free pancakes. Look at his face.
Hold on, I'll tell you in a
minute.
minute.
There he is again.
I should write Hi Patrick on there. Nope.
2 balls and 2 strikes. If we get a foul ball, I'll let you write Hi Patrick.
All right.
Bring some pancakes.
Come on, foul ball, foul ball, foul ball. There you go. There you go. Gotta write it big.
There we go. Good. I don't think that looks like Patrick, John.
Well, he'll get it.
He's looking at it now. That's good.
Oh, man. Foul ball off the third base.
Now we've started a thing. We can start writing to all our friends.
It's going to get ugly.
Oh, man. How great is that?
No, the donut shop is called Naughty, N-A-U-T-I, like nautical donuts.
All right.
Naughty Donuts. They have a bacon and maple one. Oh.
Two balls and 2 strikes to McNeil. He reaches out and pops it towards shallow left center. This could be trouble. And Franco can't get it. It'll drop off the glove.
Oops.
And Arano will go over and cover third. So that'll be a double.
Well, that was one of the problems with the shift there. You had Michael in kind of no man's land here. And once he looked down, it was over with. He's not quite used to going out that far in left center field. Kind of looking for some help, and you got Roman Quinn closing on him like a deer.
That had danger written all over it, didn't it?
Rosario takes a fastball for a strike. Big crowd on hand tonight. Over 40,000 to see the Phils and the Mets.
And
Tennessee Patrick,
and
yeah, don't
after
play.
Patrick, he'll be signing autographs, but and then after
there's a base hit to left field. McNeil's around third, heading for home. The throw to the plate by Hoskins. He is safe. And up to second base goes Rosario. It's a 4-2 ball game. And that means the tying run is coming to the plate. Austin Jackson with his third hit of the night.
You know, the play ended up being pretty close at home plate. You know, in the old days where you could block home plate, you might have been able to get that run.
Probably been out, yeah.
You know, you airmail the cutoff man. Sitting by Austin Jackson. Yeah. But he was, you need to, I guess the hindsight would tell us throw that ball to second base, right? Keep the force at second.
Yeah. Well, Arano is out of the game. Adam Morgan's coming into the game. Inning started with 2 strikeouts in a row. So a pitching change here in Philadelphia with the Phillies lead now at 2. So Gabe Kapler's decided to bring the lefty in to face the lefty Michael Conforto. And Luis Garcia is going to warm up in the background just in case. Austin Jackson, 3 hits now and an RBI. We'll be back right after this. Base. Michael Conforto's on to face Adam Morgan. Conforto's 0 for 3 tonight. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
It's that nasty slider Adam Morgan has. This is definitely his best pitch, but he does have a good fastball, too.
Yes, he does. Oh, 2.
That was a good one to hit right there.
Was in the strike zone a little too much. Every time a Phillies pitcher records a pitch of 95 miles per hour or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia.
You get a little show me fastball here, John, or do you stay with the sliders?
I think if you're going to throw it, you better get it in.
Anywhere where he can reach it.
No balls and 2 strikes. There is that show me fastball at 95.
You just can't mess with a fastball here. You know, you might leave over the plate a little bit. I think you get more swing and misses out of that slider.
Pays off, and it's 2-2.
Four runners in scoring position in 3 games for the Mets in this series. Wow.
Oh, man.
Pretty close one to take right there.
Pretty close.
Especially didn't call on that low strike.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. It's right on the edge of the box. Three balls and 2 strikes. Phillies lead it by 2. And Conforto fouls it back toward the sweet level.
Hey, that's what's scary. He's had 2 really good swings off the Adam Morgan slider. That's why you think if maybe he can freeze him inside with a fastball.
Three and 2. We got him. Throw him a breaking ball. And Conforto is retired with the runner at second base. And the Mets down 2 here in the 8th inning. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's the Phillies 4 and the Mets 2. Here we go. Who has the longest hitting streak in Mets history? The longest hitting streak in New York Mets history. Michael?
Jesus Alou.
Not Jesus.
Felipe Alou.
Not Felipe.
Jose Alou.
Go to the son of Felipe.
Moises.
Oh, Moises.
Moises. I should have said you did write the last name down, and it could have been any one of 4. It was Moises Alou back in 2007. Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack.
You don't have to get both names, do you?
Well, if you had said Alou, I would have said, yeah, Moises Alou, and you would have got the belt.
So what it's Jesus, Felipe.
And there's a third one. I always forget the third one.
Jesus.
My father would kill me if I didn't get it.
Is it Manny Alou? No, no.
Matty.
Matty Alou.
Yeah, Matty Alou. That's a little high, and it's 2-1. Robert Gesellman is the new pitcher. 2-2. Oh, it's Jesus, by the way, not Jose. What do we say? Do we say Jesus Alou? Yeah. Yeah, Matty Alou, Jesus Alou, and of course Felipe. Felipe was a good manager. Almost took the Montreal Expos.
He would have.
Yep. Could have taken them to the World Series. They had the best team the year of the strike.
That's debatable.
No.
94.
Oh no, I'm talking about 81.
No, 94.
Oh, well, 81 they were good too.
They had Larry Walker, Marquise Grissom. I think Moises was playing left, wasn't he? Pedro Martinez.
Carlos pops it up. And Flecky looks at it back. And it's 3-2. Outside, ball 4. And here's Michael Franco. Franco is 1 for 3.
Well, that was Santana's 90th walk.
Yeah. There's 2 here tonight. That one is off the glove of Plawecki, who then kicks it up the first base line.
A shoe-in for over 100.
Yes, no doubt. The leader last year was Cesar with 61.
That's amazing.
Want the most accurate forecast? Count on the team that gets it right. Count on NBC 10 First Alert Weather. Steve, Crystal, Glenn, Tammy, Bill, and Brittany rated most accurate for your neighborhood for the 3rd year in a row. One ball and 1 strike.
Not often would you'll have a team with 2 guys on it with over 100 walks.
Yeah, and particularly this team that over the last few years. Fly ball to right field. It's not deep. And Conforto is in and makes the catch. And here's Roman Quinn.
I think we one of the years we had 3, I think, right?
Well, yeah, the year
Lenny, myself, and Darren. I
think it was Dutch. Yep. Yeah, the 100 runs scored too.
Maybe that's what it was.
No, you had the walks. I think we talked about this earlier this year. Just kind of refresh our.
Yeah, we'll remember that one. That conversation's exited the brain.
Roman is 1 for 3. Had a triple back in the 4th inning.
I'd like to see another run on a board or 2.
Pitch inside, 2-0.
Just for safety's sake.
Little insurance.
Yes, sir.
Fly ball to left field. And Reinheimer puts it away for the 2nd out.
See how versatile Jack is?
I'll be honest with you, from behind home plate, watching that ball go up and him running in, I thought he ran in too far.
He was just trying to catch Santana leaking off the base too far. He knows what he's doing out there.
Now Cesar, speaking of walks again, has 78.
Correct. And Reese will be there too.
That's reachable. 100. Bob Boone had 2 stolen bases. Wow.
0-1
in one game.
Well, I was back in '73 when he had the wheels. You sure when they looked that up it wasn't Aaron Boone?
Off the hands. Alfaro hustling to first and throw him out. And the 8th inning comes to a close. No runs, no hits. And 1 man left. We'll go to the 9th inning. Pat Neshek is going to come in at some point. Special theme nights here at Citizens Bank Park. On the 27th of August, it's Margaritaville night. Phillies Margaritaville night t-shirt will be given out if you go to the theme night page. Tuesday, the 28th, it's Stitch and Pitch night. A Phillies Stitch and Pitch t-shirt will be given out. And then Wednesday, the 29th, we mentioned it's Marvel Superhero night. Limited edition Phillies Hulk bobblehead. Theme night tickets are required for all those. Go to Phillies.com/theme nights to order your tickets. Pat Neshek will take over. Did you guys just see that? Neshek, the 0.64 ERA. He's laughing because Alfaro threw it back to him, and then he relayed it to second on the throwdown because he just decided he was done with his warm-up tosses. Watch it. There we go. He's like, he's just done. The man's a left-hander in a right-hander's body.
Yeah, that's a good description for sure.
Phillies, as you saw, put Kingery at short, Cabrera at third, and a first pitch to Jose Reyes. Pinch hitting is in there, and it's 0-1. Here's Cabrera at third. 0-2. Fly ball. Foul territory. One out here in the ninth inning. By the way, an update down in Atlanta. The Rockies still lead the Braves 3-1. That game is in the top of the sixth inning. The Phillies trying to gain another game. If they do, they'll just be a half game out. At the knees, 0-1. That's a strike, and it's 0-2 to Bautista.
How old is Bautista?
I think he's 38 now.
38.
You know, I'm guessing. But I think he wanted to give it one more go. He might even be older than that. 37. He'll be 38 this year.
Looks like he could help somebody next year.
Well, I think that's why he felt like it was important for him to play this year. Yeah. Back to the screen.
Didn't Toronto offer him a multi-year deal and he turned it down?
Back. Not recently.
Like, yeah, about five years ago.
It may have been sooner than that, but yeah. Two.
You know, sometimes it's just like hitting. You have to just take what they give you.
Right. Well, that's why I think he felt like it was important to hit this year, to get a job. And although he's hitting only 200. Line drive, base hit. So Bautista's aboard. It means the tying run is coming into the plate in Kevin Plawecki here in the top of the ninth inning. Colorado has scored an additional run. It's now 4-1. Ian Desmond just scored.
So far, he's our player of the game.
We like him a lot tonight.
Yeah, we do. We might not like him at the end of September, but
nope,
we'll like him today.
Seth Lugo starts to warm up.
A nice time for a ground ball.
Reminder, tomorrow we'll be on at 4 o'clock on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Bouncing ball toward third. Cabrera has it. They make sure of that one. 5-3 on the putout. A runner at second with 2 outs.
This guy coming up scares you a little bit.
Flores, I agree.
Flair for the dramatic late in games.
He sure does. Flores 241 with 11 home runs. Spins out of the way, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Fouls it away. .268 career hitter against the Phillies. He has 3 home runs this year that have given the Mets the lead. It's a hard guy to strike out, but he's ahead 1-2. And now this crowd of over 40,000 on their feet. It's one of those nights with one of those crowds that you just kind of soak it in.
Yep. Playoff atmosphere. The Mets.
1 ball and 2 strikes, and now Wilmer Flores will cause the crowd to take a beat. It's not going to silence them for long, though. We'll start it back up again. In fact, it might be a little louder. Meshack's ready. The 1-2 pitch coming. Fly ball, right field. Nick Williams coming in, and he makes the catch, and the ball game is over. And the Phillies have taken the last 2 from the Mets as they win it 4-2 tonight in front of a crowd of more than 40,000 on this Friday evening. For the moment, the Phils are a game back to the National League East, hoping for a little more Colorado magic to be a half game out going into play tomorrow. Another stellar outing from Aaron Nola here at home. He now has 14 wins on the year. He's been remarkably good here at Citizens Bank Park. Our W.B. Mason deliveries of the game. We go back to the first inning as Drupal Cabrera.
After Cesar got a base hit and Reese walks, he hits a ball down the left field line, second and third to drive in the first run. Nick Williams follows with another base hit to drive in a run. And that basically was all Aaron Nola really needed. He was fantastic tonight. Those are our W.B. Mason deliveries of the game.
Nola finishes with 11 strikeouts. The Phillies win it 4-2. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.